Names are Justus Lemain, the Managing Director for Narok Water and Sewerage Company. This is a company which is domiciled in Narok, which has the mandate of water provision within the towns of Narok, Suswa, Olulunga, and Kilgoris and Logorian towns within the county. We all remember last year, between that is around October to the beginning of the year, around March to around the end of March, the county has been really having, the drought has really affected the county, a severe drought, which led to the death of a lot of animals. You know, Narok is a county that has livestock due to lack of water and grass. This also affected our service, our provision of water to the residents of Narok. The river Narok, which is normally what we depend on to supply water to especially Narok town, it reduced in volumes to a point that it almost, the flow of the water was too little for us even to pump and treat to give to the people of Narok, which led to a lot of rationing within the estates, within the town. And it really affected our service provision. Again, Narok is a town which is growing at a very fast rate. There was a design which was done for a treatment plant, which was done and completed in 2015. And the projection at that time was by 2020, this town should be having a population of around 60,000 people. But by 2019, 2020, we were up to 90 to 100, and now basically being 2023, we could be even up to 120 or 150. That means the projection which was that we can provide water, safe and clean water to a population of around 60,000, now it has doubled. So we are having issues in terms of water supply. That's why there is a lot of rationing going on within the town. Recently, it has started raining, and the rain has been, it has rained heavily. There have been a lot of flooding around. The river's levels have really gone up. And apparently, we are finding that the people of Narok are not doing rain harvesting. We just want to encourage the community and the people around and in the entire county and also in the entire country that when it rains, we should be really investing in rain harvesting, especially roof harvesting. Each household or community or property or plot should have an underground tank, a big underground tank, so that you can harvest the roof water into those tanks, so that you can also assist us in terms of if you have some surplus water from rainwater, it also reduces the pressure on us to supply water through the entire town. We also urge our national government and also the county government to think in terms of harvesting river water, this water which is flowing to the lakes and also back to the ocean. We encourage, we are requesting that we should do dams. There is a feasibility study which was done along River Narok, a dam which was sited, and geologically and also in terms of hydrologically, the dam is viable. It's called Narok Upper Dam, and we encourage the county government and the national government through this program, even this one called PPT, Private Partnership, that we can at least have this water, hold this water in a dam, in an apartment, so that we can have it during the dry period, and also supply it, the water to the demand, because the demand, as I've said, has doubled. So we need some kind of storage so that we can have this water supplied to the residents of Narok town. Again, as you all aware, Narok is normally affected by flooding. So even during these rains, there was a time the town has been flooding. And if these measurements, if we can have a storage tank, a storage dam, a storage facility that can store this water to prevent the flooding, it will assist us in two ways. We can have water to supply to the residents of Narok, again, we can prevent this flooding menace which has been happening and occurring year after year during the rains. So we really are requesting for this facility to enable us supply water to the residents of Narok. We are having issues in terms of even the lake Magadi, which this Narok, which this river flows to. There's been a lot of siltation. The levels in terms of depth really have gone up. This is simply because upstream of these rivers there is a lot of deforestation. There's a lot of farming going on, so there's a lot of siltation in these rivers, which again affect the whole ecosystem up to where the rivers are draining. So we want also to encourage the community upstream and also along the rivers to do afforestation. We should be planting trees along the rivers, also in the farms. And also the president has rolled out a program, and a very ambitious program of planting 15 billion trees within the next 10 years. And I want to encourage everyone, even in your small household, at least do some trees, plant some trees. Let's have the catchment protected. Mau Forest is where these rivers originate, and we hope, we are happy that the president is taking this very cleanly, and there was a promise also that the forest will be fenced and more trees being planted. As a water company as well, we have given ourselves a target of by August, September this year, we should have done around 7,000 trees. That is in the Mau Forest, along the catchment areas, in schools, so that we can assist the president in achieving this ambitious plan.